Tip number 93. Tips to combat depression. So I talked a little bit about depression in the last clip. So let's talk about some practical things. Some of you already know, but what we have to do is we have to get the energy moving. So if you know somebody, for example, who's very depressed, or if you wake up in the morning feeling like you just don't want to get up, you want to stay under that duvet until the evening or all day, the first thing we need to do is to get up. And then we need to either encourage the person or yourself to go outside the house. Okay, now you may need a friend to do that with you if you feel really down, but try to be brave. We have to start to develop the warrior inside you. After having suffered from mental illness, at the end of it, I said to myself, now I can play Lady M. Lady M from the Scottish play, Macbeth, because she has a mad scene. Now I know what that's like. I've been to a mental institution. I know what that feels like. And now I have the weight, literally, but also I have the experience and the knowledge to be able to play somebody who is not sound of mind. So understand every bit of experience you ever have, and all these steps to get over your depression are all going to be useful to yourself as an artist. It's all your vulnerability, but it all adds up to be very positive, because you're going to be communicating the colour of the human spirit. So you've got to get out the house. You have to look at what your tendency is to want to eat. Because when you're really down, your tendency is to want to eat starchy food, stodgy food, comfort food, sweets, chocolate, okay? When we get into, in my channel, when we actually get into everything that you're going to do to kickstart your digestion and to get the flora and fauna right in your gut, obviously an addiction to sugar is going to be covered, and also an addiction to starch, especially if you're of Pacific Island descent and you've been brought up with a lot of starchy foods that tend to make you bigger. They do tend to make you bigger in your frame. So fresh foods, obviously, this sounds very obvious, I know, but all foods that come from the ground. Being really careful about taking in too many processed foods. I remember a friend of a friend saying that when he was depressed, he ate loads of fruit and went for long walks in the sun. And these are long walks in the sun all around Ponsonby, Grey Lynn. And gradually you start to feel better. But we can't feel better without making an effort. I talked about visualization in one of the tips. You can start, and all you got to do is start. Take a pen, a pad or a piece of paper, and start to write down what is your vision. And every day your vision may be even, I need to go to the supermarket today and get some good food. I need to go down to the WINS office. I need to make that appointment and I need to go in. I need to go for a swim today. I want my next job to look like this. You can start being a bit more ambitious in the things that you want to achieve. I would like an audition, and this is how I would like it to go, and what kind of job would I like. So remember, the mind is a magnet, and the vibration of the mind pulls towards you experiences that either reflect your inner trauma of the things that have happened to you, so that you repeat those, or it will also reflect the vibration that you choose. Whatever you choose to emit is what is what the universe hears. And so we can change our lives, but you have to make that first step. The first step can't be done for you. I remember trawling the internet looking at how do I get better, how to recover from what I've been diagnosed with, which was depression creative psychosis, or like a psychosis depression, where I was convinced that reality was different to how it was. But I was still compos mentis enough to know I needed the answers, and I was looking for the answers. But the most important thing is to start off in a very practical way. Have your day planned out. Tick off those things on the list, even if on the list it's just open the curtains. It's just answer the door. It's just go to the dairy and get some milk, and maybe say hello to the people on your way. Don't hide from them. The genius creative spirit, as we know from people like Robin Williams, who was a genius, often has a darker side. You have a darker side, I have a darker side. We need to embrace that shadow side. And so start by being kind to yourself. Start by saying to yourself, there's a reason for this. There's a reason why I feel like this. There is trauma lodged in the body, psychologically, emotionally, or my gut is not creating the serotonin I need. Whatever it is, you can get over it and you can get better. When I was unwell, my mother always said to me, this too will pass. This too will pass. Thank you very much. I look forward to talking to you in the next tip.